Hey, Gemini, welcome to your February 2023 reading and welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. With this channel, I'm just trying my best to shed some light into the world. We're all doing our part, and YouTube is just this awesome way to do that. If you're here to have a good time and feel good and connect with me and your reading, please stick around. If you're not, go away. No, give it a chance, but don't be mean to anybody. All right, subscribe, say hi. If this does connect with you, I think claiming the reading by just reaching out, saying hi, give it a like, somehow connect with the energy, collaborate with me. If it doesn't, I totally encourage you to check out your moon sign. That can be very helpful sometimes. All right, so what does Gemini need to know for February 2023? We're just going to let the cards speak. We take the ones that volunteer, like that one, and if they come out in reverse, we read them that way. We've got the Lover's card, which is your energy, but it's in reverse. So this is about a decision. It can sometimes be quite literal, a lover, a relationship. For my Geminis, 2023, February 2023, my sweet Geminis. I love Geminis. Okay, we've got some anxiety. So anxiety possibly about a decision in love possibly. So, and you know, this is overthinking, possibly losing a little sleep over it. Maybe these thoughts come out at night in particular. It doesn't have to be that way. Anything else for my Geminis, February 2023? Okay, so this is an individual who might have gone a little cold on you. They could be quite different from you. They could be an individual, male, female. It's not gender connected. But in their own world, money is pretty important, and their focus on money and career and possibly even the material value of things around them, their home, their car, their clothes. Those things are pretty important, and they might be more important than they are to you. Air signs, I mean, Geminis are so effervescent and smart and witty, and they're hard to nail down, and that's how they should be, because they kind of got one world in this mysterious land of creativity and spirituality, and they've got one foot or hand. I forget if I said foot or hand, but they have one part of themselves, grounded on earth. And so it's for some reason I want to remind you about the differences between those, you and this individual. And maybe that's because it's playing a role. There might be some indecision. If we get some twos out here, if we get a two of swords or a two of pentacles, I wouldn't be surprised, because it feels like there might be some indecision. It could be on their end. But let's find out a little bit about this King of Pentacles. Okay, there is this chapter that they're putting down, these bundle of sticks, something coming to a close. Tell us more about the Ten of, something in their past, somebody from their past. Anything else you can tell us about the Ten of Pentacles, and some leaving behind something. So they're leaving, they're in the midst, it seems, of leaving something behind that was a little exhausting. These almost feels like two different actions. There's ending a chapter, that they're ending this exhausting chapter in their lives, something that was familiar, something that might be, they might feel indebted to another individual, somebody that goes way back with them. There's a sense of obligation connected to this feeling. And then there's this other thing going on, which is like leaving it behind. And this is an interesting, Eight of Cups is an interesting card, because it's not like they're not taking this lightly. Those cups symbolize something that at one point they really put a lot of work into, and they really cared deeply about. But for whatever reason, they want to take that risk, turn their back on it, and just try their chances with greener pastures. And this is a spiritual move. This move might not have something to do with the material world. That world is black and white. It's so much easier to navigate, right? The world of investments and numbers, and sure, there's some gambles there, but this person that's not their language. That's your language. That's a water sign's language. If this person is a water sign or an air sign, they have a lot of characteristics that are earth. They feel naturally more comfortable in the invisible book of rules around relationships, around money, around energy. It's like, I know if I invest this much into here, I'm going to get this much back. Or I know, I like seeing what's on the price tag, and I'll just pay what's on the price tag. But they're following they're navigating something in a new way. And they're kind of novices at it. So when you are watching them, and there might be this decision just floating here, it's something that's giving you maybe some anxiety because you don't recognize their process. They're making it up as they go along, as we all do, right? So I don't know, for some reason I just want to tell you that. So what's hidden from Gemini? What sort of insight would be really good for Gemini to have? Okay, we've got King of Wands. This is an outgoing visionary, fiery, outgoing, visionary individual. And this is the Death card, so something coming to an end. What's the relationship between King of Wands and Death card? The wheel. So the wheel turns, right? This is karmic. This is the natural cycle. There's a cycle coming to an end with this individual who they would be regarded as visionary, creative. They probably love the feelings of excitement and inspiration. They can be fiery. So somebody's tarot is bringing forward something that you're maybe not considering, and that is the end, this natural ending that is occurring in somebody's life, either you or the King of Pentacles, but somebody's life, and it's a natural ending. I don't know how else to say it. And so letting that wheel turn and the cards fall where they lie, so to speak. Anything else on that message for Geminis? If there's a reliance on an individual, somebody, another Earth, Queen of Pentacles, there's a reliance. There has been an alliance and a reliance with the Three of Pentacles coming out. There's been this give and take. It's almost been like, it's been a well-oiled wheel. I think that this is familiar. One knows how the other works. They work really well together. And so I do feel that there is this transformation, that something is going to be needed to be given up. I can't speak. Something needs to be given up here. Now, whether this is your process or somebody else's, it feels kind of like it's somebody else's. It almost feels like I'm giving this tarot reading to give you insight, the whole thing, not just the question I just asked. I would like to ask tarot for advice for my sweet Geminis. I can feel some of you guys being like, I'm not sweet. I'm a Gemini rising. I know I got some sweet in there. All right. Geminis, never boring. Okay. So advice for Geminis. Advice for my Geminis. At the bottom of the deck, there was the Lovers card. Can't see that. Just wanted to say. Advice for Geminis in the coming weeks. February 2023. Advice for Geminis. Please make it clear, Spirit. Ace of Swords. That's aha moments. That's communication. That's an idea coming through. And that's also ruled by the air signs. Two of Swords. Here we have it. But it's in reverse. Okay, that's cool. This is like being open and willing to gather information, to be open to any epiphanies, any ideas that come through regarding this Queen of Pentacles. So Queen of Pentacles, let me describe for you, male or female, anybody in between, but it's somebody who, again, has their foot in the world of value, the material world, the earth signs. So they understand, like sometimes, for instance, how they might care for an individual might be by way of that materialistic world. You know, it's a very compassionate, loving, caring sign, but they love by way of creating security. That can be financial security, that can be cooking a dinner or buying you socks or what have you, right? I know those are funny examples, but what about this? Advice for Gemini, February 2023. There we have it. They're all coming up upside down. Page of Swords, King of Swords, Eight of Swords. I'll say this. This is a funny thing to say, but if you're thinking about, you may be tempted during the month of February to speak out, to call somebody out, to bridge a gap, give them a phone call, rattle them up, shake them up with your honesty, kind of like wake them up, that type of thing. I would say there's something coming through. You're getting a message come through. And I think that any efforts to shake somebody up by communicating with them, sending them a earth-shaking text, or making any decisions right now in February, just wait on it. Just wait on it. There's more that needs to be revealed. And somehow it's all connected to that Queen of Pentacles. She comes out again right in the center of all of it. And this might not be your energy. This might be something that the King of Pentacles is working with, processing. But if you act too quickly, I wouldn't be surprised if we got, Knight of Swords here. But if you act too quickly, yeah, it's going to be all for nothing. I think that you put a lot of effort. You wouldn't be having Nine of Swords moments if you hadn't put some effort into this. So consider that effort and that waiting and not acting on impulse or communicating on impulse. It might be far more worthy of that effort because you have this message coming through. This is information, this is communication, this is epiphanies, realizations, okay? Anything else? Advice for my Geminis, Four of Rods in reverse. You keep on getting these reverse ones. Four of Rods. Geminis. Eight of Swords. It's all swords too. It's like King of Swords, Page of Swords, Eight of Swords. And this means even talking about them maybe to other people. Maybe even if, whether or not that message gets to them, I would hold back from any impulsive communication for the simple fact that it might not get you out of this situation. It's not going to take you out of the Nine of Swords. It might get you even more stuck feeling, you know what I mean? So all this is basically saying there's a process going on here and you're only a part of it, which is annoying, I know, but it's also a relief. Because at some point, it's like you've done your part. So life just needs to turn that big wheel, right? This wheel is turning. And there's a whole process happening in the background here. Now, while that's just annoying that when we don't feel like we can control all those elements, and we might be overthinking or having some anxiety about it, because there might be there's a choice somewhere out there about this. Your part in February, doing your part, is going to be being open to whatever this Ace of Swords is, getting more information, this realization. This could come in the form of somebody contacting you. This also could come in the form of an epiphany, like a realization. So wait for this. This is your job in February, okay? And Nine of Swords, what do you have control over in this situation? You don't, and in the effort to get control or to give yourself a little bit of relief from this, communication's not going to get you there. Acting on impulse type of communication, especially if it's harsh communication, like if there's any harsh message behind it, the King of Swords, it's really cloaked in, it's like a wolf cloaked in sheep's clothing. It's just, it's kind of a little bit of nastiness. So you're bigger than that and you know it. So you're not going to be tempted by impulse You're going to wait till you get more of that information because, by golly, you've put the work in this far, right? You care enough to be thinking about it so much that you might even be losing some sleep. So that's your job in February. I hope that's helpful. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you soon. I'll have those weeklies out, and then I'll have the monthlies out, and the weeklies and the monthlies, and I'll keep on going on forever. Take care.